Let's go. Hello there everyone, welcome to DM Car Reviews. Today we are driving a 2022 Cadillac XT5 on our channel. I want to say a huge thank you to Michael over at Enterprise Sales of Rockville in Rockville, Maryland for providing me this car. All this information will be in the right hand corner side of the screen, but let's start up this beast. This is the V6 model with all-wheel drive. Let's go, well, actually four-wheel drive, but let's go take a look outside. Interesting enough, back in the college days, I worked for Cadillac just for a little bit. So I got to drive some of their different models like the CT5, the CT4, ATS, and some other models, Escalade, but I've never really driven this specific model. I would assume this is like the Chevy Blazer, at least seems very similar. It has a unique design, some nice cues. This could easily pass as like an Opel in Germany, if anybody's familiar with that brand. I like the design of this car. It's definitely unique, different from anything on the road. You'll never mix it up with any other car. Soft touch materials, everything is stitched, high quality. So as far as materials in Cadillacs, I've always actually liked the materials here. They've always felt good. I've never had any complaints with the car's build quality. Let's see how the rear seat is. I gotta say, it actually feels pretty good. I don't know if there's an adjustment here or not to change the angle of the seat, because right now it is way too upright for my taste. But besides that, it feels decently nice. Comfy seat, but it is a little bit too upright for me. Still trying to figure out if there's a way to make the incline go a little bit back. Actually, there is. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, that is perfect. Excellent comfort. Very comfy. We got a black headliner, huge panoramic sunroof, and being 6'2", I fit in very comfortably here. We got the rear vents, USBs, really nice. Let's check out the trunk. Power liftgate. This is a huge trunk with a lot of space, great clearance, vertical, horizontal. You can put a lot of stuff here, especially if you fold the seats. Perfect car to take on a road trip. Let's check out the engine bay now, see what that is like. I believe this has the 3.6 liter V6. As far as the transmission, I would guess this is a 9-speed, maybe a 10-speed, I'm not sure. I'd have to check that in the specs. So I do feel the hood release here somewhere, but the real question is, why isn't it pressing? There, oh, there we go. Everything here is simple, laid out nicely, very easy to access. But let's go hop inside this cabin. So hopping in the cabin, I'm greeted to some comfy front seats, a nice and tall seating position. We got the auto start stop, dual zone climate, and right now we are in two-wheel drive mode. We have Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Cadillac Maps. What is that? Let's see. Okay. We got our glove box, no data remaining, Spotify, apps, Warner Media, no idea what that is, dual zone climate, heated front seats, And these are haptic buttons, so you got to be careful when you press them. This is the home menu, storage, driving modes. We're going to start with probably tour and two-wheel drive. Light advisor, nice frameless mirror. Let's do our wiper test, horn test, and let's do a backup camera test as well to see how that looks like. Good quality camera, decent resolution. We also got the turning lines. It's good. But let's go take her for a drive. So we're gonna set off in the most comfortable tour mode. And right away, I can tell you this is a very silky engine. The gearbox works nicely. It's smooth. You don't need a lot of effort to get this Caddy going. Just a little bit on the throttle and it starts to move. It's got a pleasant, smooth tip-in, not overly aggressive. The engine sounds magnificent. The ride is smooth, planted. A little bit to the floatier side on the turning, but that is to be expected. Let's go to sport mode. That will put us in four-wheel drive mode, or all-wheel drive. Let's check the cornering. Comes in nicely. Alright. There is a little bit of body lean, but it's very minor, especially for this kind of clearance. And let's let her breathe. Great power, gets up to speed with ease, no problem in that department, holds the gears nicely. We're at, let's see, we're at almost 4,000 on the turn. Yeah, I would not want to take a turn at high speed on this car. You can definitely feel how it inclines. It seems to be in the power band all the time. Really nice. We got the blind spot system. Definitely not a sporty suspension, it's much more comfort oriented, but it's very pleasant. You can just sit back like this and enjoy the smooth ride. There's no need to hurry in this car. The Apple CarPlay is really easy to connect, good quality on the screen. Very easy to drive this Cadillac. Starts really nicely. And I like that the gear ratios here are really close, so when you're accelerating, it's always in the power band. So you're always in that juicy power band of this V6. Visibility is pretty good too. Can't say it's bad. You can definitely see things around you well. And there's good linear torque. So when you're accelerating, it pulls with ease. And the brakes, they're really touchy and really quick. So you give a little bit of the brakes and that's it, the car just comes to a quick slowdown. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing is all up to your preference. I don't mind it personally. I think it's cool. Sport. I also like that we have the physical buttons right here. It's surprisingly easy to make maneuvers in this Cadillac. Great passing power, right on the spot, downshifts. You know, you give it gas, that's it, you see? Boom. Boom. Isn't this great? They really did a great job with this gearbox. But let's go down to our Mexico trip and do a quick 0 to 60 test, see how quick this Cadillac is, and start to head back. All right, so let's do our first acceleration test. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we did 0 to 60 in 7.07 seconds, and we completed the quarter mile by RaceBox by 15.37. So by draggy, that would be about a 15.1, maybe 15, flat 15. It is really hot outside. It's almost 90 something degrees, like 95 degrees, very humid, bad DA, and no brake boost. So let's see the trap speeds. And we trapped 74.9 on the 1/8 mile and 93.4 on the quarter mile. So again, by draggy, that would be about a 92.5, 93. Good numbers, good numbers. Very solid performance for this weight. I'm sure we could do a little bit better if we tried. If we were to disable traction, maybe that would be better. We can give it one more try, see if we can do any better, although I'm not too worried about the results. All right, let's check out the U-turn radius, see how that is. Actually really good for a Caddy, because the CT5 actually has a worse U-turn radius than this. All right, let's give it one more shot, see if we can do any better. All right, let's go. Traction is disabled. 7.1, same thing. no difference. Boosting does absolutely nothing here. Well, good to know. Good to know. We can go back into tour mode. No difference whatsoever. I love the ride. It just feels so nice and like just comfortable. Alright, well, to summarize this test drive, I gotta say I really enjoyed this Cadillac. I think it's got a great balance of power, comfort, and refinement. Now obviously, in terms of handling, it's not a sports car. It is much less athletic than a normal X3, and even a Q5 feels a little bit more nimble, but it's just a luxury cruiser. But when you need some power, you're good. You can go. What I do love about this Cadillac is its response. It's just so good in that department. And it holds the gear. It's ready to rock and roll. And that's what I like about it.
Red light camera reported ahead.
And again, if anybody asks, is 7 seconds enough? I mean, there's your answer. That's pretty much 98% of the traffic flow that you're gonna encounter is gonna disappear like that in your rearview mirror. So let's go to tour mode, just the normal one, and see how that is, if that makes any difference. I like this. I like this XT5. It definitely has a cool, I'd say, vibe to it. I could easily take this on a long road trip and I would feel very comfortable, very pleasant. Well, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments about this test drive and what you thought about the car. And until next time.